Hello everybody, welcome to Scrap and Rabbit. I'm Christine. I've finished making my sewing journals. There are two of them. I'm quite happy with how they turned out. They are, however, extremely chunky. This is a one signature journal, but there's quite a few pages in there, and I got a little bit carried away with some of the images that I added in there. There's quite a few, and there's tags and flaps, so it adds quite a bit of bulk, but it also adds quite a bit of texture to the book, which I really like. So I've got two of them, and I think I'll just do one video for each one. And this one is more of a haute couture style of journal, and then this one here has a lot of vintage style images. So I'm going to start with this one. I got these images from a Vogue pattern catalog, and so I've got quite a stack of these images that I can use in journals, and I really like this pretty picture. And the patterns include patterns for making hats, and I thought that would be kind of cool for the haute couture journal that I made. On the front, I've got this little dangling bookmark, and that removes like that, and you can use it inside the journal or use it inside a regular book if you like. And this is the same style as my nurse journal, which I did a video of not too long ago. So I've got some little charms on here, little scissors, a sewing machine, and a bead, and that just hangs like that. And I just tuck that on the corner. I've got some upholstery style ribbon that I used to make the tie, and the back is just plain. So let's have a look on the inside. Like I said, I used a lot of images in this journal. I've got a bunch of little charms on the side too, so I'll show you those as I go along. So on the inside, I have a pocket, and here is a pretty image, beautiful, beautiful gown, and there's a little measuring tape charm on there, and you can journal on the back. And these are some sewing themed images. I think it was a journal that I had purchased, so I used those to make the some of the inside pages. Not all, but some of them are using these images. Here's a doily, and this acts as a little pocket, so you can tuck something in there. And I cut out this beautiful lady, and there's another silhouette. And here I have a little ribbon. It's a small charm, an iron, and then here I have, this is actually my measuring tape that I put on my scanner, and then I printed out, and I made a bunch of these, so I can use that as a corner style pocket. And here's an image that I had, and a beautiful lady, lovely dress. I did a lot of stitching. I think most of my tags are stitched. And I also did some stitching on the cover itself. I stitched around the images. And here's a little pocket where you can tuck something inside, and this was from a pattern that I had. And there's my measuring tape in the smaller size, and then I cut this image. There's also patterns for hats in that Vogue catalog, and this was from one of the images that I bought, a page I've got some tea-dyed paper in there and a little envelope. I put a piece of two-sided tape so that can always be sealed if you like. I'm going to list these in my Etsy shop, and I'll include a link to them if anyone's interested. So here's another beautiful antique looking image. And this was some scrapbook paper that I had, and I thought La Boutique, this is very apropos since it's sort of high fashion haute couture patterns. There's another flap. I've got a variety of papers in there. The Romance of Fabrics. And then these are these little ribbon tabs I like to make. And then I've got these little dangling charms on there. This is a little hanger. Another beautiful picture. And that opens like that. And this is the name and the number of the, well, that's the name of the designer and the number of the pattern. This is gorgeous, gorgeous dress. And this is actually my sewing box that I had taken a picture of. And a little tag that I stitched, Haute Couture. And then this is just an envelope, and you can tuck something in there. A spool of thread. A little tuck spot. And if you're having a hard time tucking things in, all you need to do is just fold the page back a little bit like that, and you can easily tuck items in there. And this was just a regular envelope, and I attached some images on the front and back, and inside I just tucked this in there. It was just a page in the catalog on how to choose your correct size, so I just included that in there. Another pretty lady, Glamour Intellectuelle. I just tucked that behind there. And of course you need a bridal shot. Beautiful paper. And this lady reminds me of Meghan Markle. Very pretty. And again, I stitched around the edges, and you can attach some images on the back, or you can always just attach some regular paper if you wanted to journal on there. And this was from a pattern that I had, and I just stitched it onto the pocket. And here is another charm. It's another little sewing machine in a different style. It says Singer on there. That's what I have, is a Singer sewing machine. I've had it since I was a kid. And another tag. And this was the pattern number for these gloves. Another flap. And then you can tuck something underneath there. A little flap that opens. I like having these little flaps that open because they don't take up any of your journaling real estate. And beautiful, beautiful dress. And I left the name of the designer. Another one of these little envelopes. Oops, and here it's a little button. And here's another little tuck spot. Another doily. This is the other end of the doily. And that's it. The back is just left plain. You could put a photo there if you wanted to. So that's my first journal, and I'll do a separate video for the other journal, and I will include a link to this in my Etsy shop. Have a nice day and happy crafting. Bye.